evil jailer.
Neo. They wanna know.
Hey.
Neo.
Hey.
Neo.
Come on. Hey. I want to be famous.
Welcome to Who Weekly, the podcast where you'll learn everything you need to know about the celebrities you don't. I'm Bobby Finger.
I'm Lindsay Weber.
And
the it girls are itting.
We're so sorry because the thing is we all really want you to do the song. We totally want you to fulfill the prophecy of finding a new hot internet girl. That's literally why we're at dinner.
Or else our kind will cease to exist. Forever.
Yeah, it's terrible.
I saw a tweet today, that was like, the Charli XCX 360 video concept is too late. This would have made sense 10 years ago. The concept of the it girl is dated. And I had a problem with that because I was like, no, the concept of the it girl is always relevant.
Alive and well. But I just am like, look around. Like the Chloe Sevigny of it all really is kind of a wink back. Mm-hmm. But like most of these it girlies are like very current and also very like of the internet or like of the, various formats that didn't exist and it doesn't matter. Right. And now we have new people in new places.
It girls, the way you become an it girl has obviously changed as culture changes and media changes. But it girls are alive and well. And I think the video is proof of that, Because there's so many different types of it girls in this video, in this project. Right. Like it's not just the Chloe Sevigny like woman about town New York model actor. It's like influencer, it's makeup artist, it's
like someone who posted a funny TikTok. It's like someone who stars in actual movies in Hollywood. It's a makeup artist, it's a YouTuber, it's a anonymous model, it's
models, yes. Who were dating Maddie Healy,
Who are dating
Maddie Healy. I forgot that they were still dating. I'm glad you corrected me in the doc because I was like, used to date Maddie Healy, and you were like, currently dating Maddie Healy.
Still dating. I don't want to rank because I don't feel like it's appropriate here. No. There's kind of a glut that would just be in the middle, and also I just feel very like it's giving me this gives me the feeling that it should, which is I feel old, which is fine. That's the effect of the proper it girl lineup, and I think like it means it's doing its job, and like me feeling old is like the product of that.
Me saying damn who is this means Charli did something right.
So I just feel like the effect is felt, and I don't mind that it makes me feel elderly, but it also means that I am not in the position, no matter how much I Google, to really rank properly, especially like in the middle. Like you would have the like far ends of the spectrum would be correct, but then like the middle would be like a mess.
Because I wrote down all these names because at the end she has the cast list. It's like starring, I'm just going to read them all: Matisse Andrews, Quinlan Blackwell, Greer Cohen, Sakura Brady, Chloe Cherry, Anna Collins, A.G. Cook, Alex Consani, Emma Chamberlain, Gabrielle, Julia Fox, Issa Maya French, Blizzy McGuire, Tess McMillan, Selah Mitchell, Hari Neff, Perry Rosenzweig, Rachel Sennett, Chloe Sevigny, Richie Shazam, Nikki Takesh, and Charli XCX.
I could do a Cliff's Note. Yeah, I could do a Cliff's Note of most of these. And the ones that I don't know are honestly thamps or models. Like that's, if I don't know someone, it's a thamp or a model. A thampy.
Want to go down the list?
Matisse Andrews, model.
I was born and raised LA. The quality of life makes being here so easy, probably why I've never left. And that kind of influences style in a way, again, where it just feels kind of effortless. I love these sunglasses. I'm really into a light lens, so you can really see the world in a really beautiful, colored way.
Quinlan, talked about her.
Influencer.
She is a YouTube influencer, a Vine.
TikToker. Vine turned TikTok.
I could have been on Disney, but that train's already left the station. But laugh it up. Help me with my rent, please. Hey y'all, my name is Quinn Blackwell, and I'm here with 17 for Read Receipts.
Greer Cohen, honestly, never heard of her. Actor,
Instagram
also
person? She's a funny Twitter person because her Twitter account is waste of a face. She's just like funny on Twitter, like a few thousand followers. Clearly got Charli's attention. Yes.
Shockingly, an internet person I am not familiar with.
Oh, I remember why I was talking about the name of the I was introducing that's Greer.
Oh yeah. Hello. I'm
you
Greer.
might know her from the podcast you're watching currently, or being my friend in Philadelphia.
Sakura Brady, designer.
Like creative director, designer. Like
creative director,
designer. Yes.
Chloe Cherry, model influencer. Remember her? She was on Euphoria.
I didn't remember her because I never watched Euphoria. But yes, influencer, model, former porn actor, current actor.
Right.
Yes.
Hi. What's your name?
Cal. Do you and your son, like, do you, like, fuck people together?
Anna Collins, which is hilarious because she
sister.
is Petra Collins' sister. Petra Collins is kind of an iconic photographer, music video director.
Speaking of Euphoria.
From the Tumblr era.
Speaking of Euphoria, Petra Collins
adjacent?
famously, kind of arguably, controversially
was ripped off by
Sam Levinson. Euphoria. So the story goes, copped Petra's full aesthetic and style.
So her sister also copped her stardom, but no, she was like a ballet dancer, and now she's like a movement coach, which I guess is like choreographer adjacent, because she also choreographs like modeling and kind of other things as well as like actual dance.
My name is Petra Collins. I'm an artist living in New York, and I'm second-generation Hungarian. I grew up with my younger sister Anna in Toronto, and we used to visit Hungary like every summer when we were younger. And in the last like 8 years, we kind of like haven't been able to go back.
Moving on, A.G. Cook, kind of not in it, girl, just the producer was in it.
Also, one of
Charlie
the two,
favorite PC music.
What I love about this is that in the lyrics of the song, this is not a Charlie pod. I realized also, side note, when I was listening back to the Friday episode.
Oh no.
It really sounded like, I just have to reiterate, the Busy Phillips segment was not Spawn. When I was listening to it again, I was like, it sounds like we're being paid by QVC to talk about this.
Really?
But we genuinely just find it very, very funny. It's just a new medium.
I more felt like happy for Busy because I feel like we've covered her ups and downs, and the cancellation of her show was like such a down, and she really like dug in on being depressed about it. So I did feel like, wow, she finally found a medium that is perfect for her, which is honestly the most shameless medium to date. That's it.
Yes. And I just, as I was listening to it, I was like, you can hear like cash register noises, and I was just sort of like, God, I hope people don't think we're taking money from QVC. If QVC wants to give us money, I'll take it.
If QVC wants to give us money to promote more episodes of Busy Weekly or whatever,
Busy
are you busy
this week? Are you busy with this week? Her name, you can do anything with it. Okay, can we keep going? Yes. A.G. Cook. But what I meant to say is, in the lyrics of 360, this Charli XCX song, she drops AG. When the apes get electricity to work and find like a copy of Charli XCX Brat on vinyl, they're gonna go, who is Julia? Who is Julia?
Bobby saw Planet of the Apes.
It's so fucking good. They're all good.
Oh, maybe I'll see that tomorrow and then go to the beach.
It's so good. Okay, Emma Chamberlain, obviously, coffee
obsessed,
queen,
love her,
influencer.
fan from way back, coffee queen. I think she is inspirational in her vlogging editing.
You love Emma Chamberlain, a true queen of that era of vlogging.
I just think anyone who edits themselves, I just respect. I have an automatic respect. Like how Gaga revealed. Wait, hold on. Like how Gaga revealed that she edited. I'm out of quarters, by the way. I got to fill my little bucket. When Gaga revealed that she edited her Chromatica special, I was like, oh my God, she's an editor like me. So I respect Emma Chamberlain.
Yes. Good morning. You know, today's going to be a little weird because I don't do this anymore, okay? I used to vlog my day-to-day life a lot. And then I got bored of my own life. I feel like my life has changed so much. I was like, you know what? Why don't I just try to vlog a day in my life these days, you know? And today I have an extremely busy day. I mean, it's not that bad, but it feels busy to me.
Next, Gabriette, model, it girl, currently dating Maddie Healy. Yeah, right?
Yes.
Good morning. I really want French toast, of course. Toast them a little first just to dry them out. Some blueberries, some blackberries. This is some coconut sugar, ground cardamom, a little cinnamon, the zest of 1 lemon, some lemon juice.
Julia Fox, you know who that is if you've listened to this podcast. If you don't, whatever.
So would you, because everyone's like, would you consider yourself Ye's muse?
Yeah, a little, maybe.
What does it even mean to no one that's ever been? Because I remember you were like, this is not the first time that I like. What is a muse?
I mean, I was Josh Safdie's muse when he wrote Uncut Gems.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? Like things like that.
We've never talked about Isamaya French before. 2 Fs. She's a makeup artist.
I think she might be Charlie's. Like, I think some of these people are just like Charlie's people.
That's what I was thinking too. But
are cool because Charlie has assembled cool people.
She's a cool curator, actually, is what.
But I think I think some of these might just be her people.
Some of you have asked how I get ready and the makeup that I like to use on myself, so I've put together a quick tutorial to show you some of my favorite products and techniques that I do on myself for my everyday basic makeup.
Our fave on the list, sorry, number 1 from the tweets to the screen, Blizzy McGuire. I'm serious.
McGuire.
This is a crazy glow up for Blizzy McGuire to be in the Charli video.
Blizzy McGuire rules. Big fans of Blizzy McGuire on this pod.
One time saw Blizzy McGuire at what are those, the coffee shop,
Blank Street coffee shop. Blank Street. I saw Blizzy there too, and I was like, oh my god, it's Blizzy. I almost said hi, and I was like, I can't do this.
I know, but look at her now. She's fucking slaying.
Hey guys, I just wanted to come on here and announce that at the end of this week, I will be leaving the LGBT community. You know, I think I'm just on to bigger and better things, and I've decided that I want it to be normal for now on.
Tess McMillan, another model / painter.
Model painter.
So when you look her up, you'll see a lot of her actual painting work, and it's very beautiful.
Hi Vogue, my name is Tess McMillan and we're here in London Fashion Week and I'm getting ready to do the Simone Rocha show, which I'm so excited for. But before that, I'm going to take you around for my day.
Salem Mitchell, model who famously has a lot of freckles. I know that's
Vogue
not
is like this model has freckles.
Yeah,
Can you believe
she does
this
have a
model
lot
has freckles?
Today, back when I was 15, 16, because of my freckles, I would always get this repeat insult that I looked like a bruised banana with spots. I told myself, like, what can you do, Salem, to stop this from happening? So I found some bananas that had spots at my dad's house and I took a picture with all of them and I said, okay, this is my family, and I posted it everywhere and that ended up going viral. And a few months later, this photographer who I love, her name is Mayan Toledano, she saw me on the Explore page and she reached out to me to shoot.
Okay, next, Hari Neff from my hometown, iconic model, it girl turned actress.
For a while there, it was Nancy Meyers' Parent Trap, but I feel like The Devil Wears Prada is like a rising property in my comfort movie. But also like Mulholland Drive, David Lynch, which is kind of the same movie as The Parent Trap, if you think about it.
Perry Rosenzweig,
yeah.
Julia Fox's stylist.
Chloe Sevigny, duh.
Chloe Sevigny, duh.
The last place I would want to live is Los Angeles. Sorry. I feel like there's a lot of driving. I find like it's very isolating. I find it very bright. I find the sunshine monotonous. I don't like how dry it is. I don't like how hard the water is. I don't like it. It's a town built around the industry that I work in. It makes me feel very self-conscious and uncomfortable in my own skin. I don't like the terrain. I don't like the vegetation. Sorry.
Richie Shazam, who I would say is like maybe one of the more known it girlies of this list because they've been around in kind of a Warholian sense as like a kind of model, artist, photographer, like making art books, like hosting parties. No one kind of knows what they do, but they do everything. They know everyone type person.
Friends
for a while,
with Julia Fox and my favorite.
Of course. From they were teenagers.
Hey, it's your girl, Richie Shazam. Yeah. So fit, so strong. That's the look.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Yeah, amazing. I love a good time. I'm a good time gal.
But Nikki Takesh is friends with Julia Fox as well and Brooke Candy. And when I was Googling Nikki Takesh, Brooke Candy, I was seeing like very, that like grainy early MacBook camera vibe.
Well, Nikki Takesh is like, she's very much credited for like a Y2K aesthetic on Tumblr that a lot of people kind of took and saw and ran with. And now she's kind of like the Julia Fox +1 because she like does the podcast with her. Mm-hmm. And they like just tell stories about like their fun party lives. Mm-hmm.
Hi, I'm Nikki. I'm an Aquarius. What do? I kind of do a lot of weird creative things. I'm a comedic actress now. Pursuing it. I don't really know how to be serious, so here, I'm gonna try again. So about me, I'm an Aquarius, I'm flirty, I'm fun, and I'm funky.
Future Lindsay here, and I'm realizing that somehow Alex Consani got left off this list. Whoever was compiling it forgot to include her, and that's a shame because she's like the #1 star on my TikTok FYP these days. She is a really funny model, and now I guess internet personality. Anyways.
You better shake that for your man. Right, where he at though?
Yo!
A little bit less fun than the boys video in terms of naming people, because I feel like a lot of this is like, who? I don't care.
Well, how do you compete with Charlie Puth? How do you compete with Charlie Puth?
I'm watching Sex and the City right now. The sound effect of Carrie opening this door.
That we can be friends.
It's the same door opening sound effect on this Eminem album. Was the creator of Sex and the City listening to Eminem?
To be fair, this is kind of another iconic Charlie video where she just like rounds up a bunch of cool people and makes them do stuff, which is great for a genre.
Let's move on. Congrats to Charlie.
Because you're like, if no one cares about me, they're definitely going to care about one of these 13 people that are in this video. I mean, you know, she's a shrewd businesswoman. I mean,
she's a
shrewd business person.
She shoves a lot of people into a song that's 2 minutes long.
It's so short. It's so short. With the intro, it's like the
intro's half the video.
Song. Okay, cool. Sorted. I think we're done. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. I'm going to do my song now.
Lindsay, happy Mother's Day yesterday, 3 days ago, 2 days ago.
I'm not a mother.
You're a mother to some people who listen to this podcast. I'm sure people call you mother. People call us mom and dad, unfortunately.
I don't claim
Unfortunately.
I don't claim motherhood.
Oh my God.
Did we get some good who's Mother Day coverage, who's being like, I love my mom, or like this mother, you know, like that?
Mama, this mama. I mean, there's no more influential mother in the Who world than Elizabeth Hurley. She's like queen of the Who mothers.
Well, that's true, because she does have like a, what do you call it? Arrested Development.
An Oedipal relationship with her son?
No,
I don't want to say
that, like mother boy. She has a mother boy.
That Daily Mail is obsessed with her mother boy relationship with Damien.
Yes.
Famously, Damien directed a racy
his mother
sex
in a sex scene
for like that horrible looking movie that we haven't seen. But they watched it together. It gets more awkward. Elizabeth Hurley, 58, and son Damien, 22, are supported by her mom, Angela, 84, and her two exes to watch her racy lesbian sex scenes in his debut movie.
Mothers supporting mother boys.
On Mother's Day.
Okay, let's move on to Jason Biggs' wife, Jenny Molin, 44, gets breast lift, fat transfer, and chin lipo as she documents her Mother's Day makeover. What did I do? Haven't heard from this woman in a while. She really was like making headlines, being like funny and random, and also married to Jason Biggs, you know?
She's funny.
No, she is. And I have to say, like, despite the Daily Mail covering this shamelessly, it is great when anyone of note is like, yeah, I got a breast lift. Yeah, I got this. Yeah, I got that. Because, like, it helps.
It does help.
Because we're all like losing perspective.
We all love to pretend that no one's getting surgery when in fact everyone is getting surgery all of the time.
Yeah. No, like all of the time.
Comedians
and the
love
good stuff you're not noticing because it's good.
Yeah, and comedians love to post photos of themselves getting plastic surgery and like looking like Garbaggio as they're like in healing, and they're like, LOL, got a new chin. Yes, and she did, and I like it.
I love it.
Brooke Shields, 58, and daughter Rowan Hinchy, 20, show off their matching ladybug tattoos at Mother of the Bride screening in LA. They got them in different places.
Okay.
And I thought it was funny because Brooks is on, I think, I saw this photo earlier. Brooke's tattoo is on her wrist, and the daughter's tattoo is on her ankle.
Is on her ankle.
Brooks
Two
like showing it
classic
off.
places.
Mm-hmm.
Two classic places.
I thought they were pineapples at first,
tattoo.
but they are in fact ladybugs.
No, they're cute. What's Mother of the Bride? Is she in that? Yeah, she's in a. And is she the mother?
Well, do you know who the bride is? Miranda Cosgrove.
Oh, that's why she's been getting press for the stalker thing.
Yes, that's why.
The stalker who like set himself on fire outside her house. Okay, I'm just saying. They got their tattoos at Stefano's Tattoo Studio in Williamsburg, Brooklyn. Oh my God, they're Brooklyn tattoos. I love it. Mm-hmm. They got the matching tattoos in honor of Rowan's high school graduation and their close bond. Wow, my mom would never get a tattoo with me.
Neither. Yeah, no. I was reading they did an interview in the Hollywood Reporter promoting this movie. And the first question from Hollywood Reporter is, both of you are at a stage in your careers where you arguably have more agency and creative control than ever before. How does this film align with the kinds of stories you are both looking to tell now? And they do go on from here, but Brooke says, oh, wow, that's a good question. Miranda Cosgrove laughs. That's a good question.
What else? Pregnant Leah Michelle, blah, blah, blah. She's having a girl. I liked this headline from Australia. Australian model who went viral listing the 118 reasons not to have kids reveals why she refuses to celebrate Mother's Day. Yeah, because she doesn't have kids. Why would... Oh, she could celebrate it by celebrating her mom.
She's like, I don't do it.
Mother's Day is not something I celebrate. It's really just a helpful reminder of what I don't have with my own mother. Oh, I love that. Speak out. Speak out and speak up. Her name is Ellie Gonsalves.
Speak out and
I don't know,
speak up.
I just like having the opposite opinion here too. It's like we have both things, even though, you know, the Daily Mail's posting it as if it's controversial. Her 118 reasons to remain child-free, she wrote in a notes app and just posted, and it's literally 118 reasons to not have a child, including first poo after birth can hurt like hell, and you will cry a lot.
I like 9 and 10. 9 and 10 are, they can be bullied, but 10 is, they can be bullies. They can turn into a serial killer.
That
number
is
11.
so, wait, that's so real.
These are so funny. 63, you could get pregnant with twins. 64, you could get pregnant with triplets.
Yeah, I know, she's
You
so
will
funny.
cry a lot. Your house will never be clean again. This is number 102 is my number one reason, honestly, which is
what?
You have to make sure every day that they don't die. Like, I would be horrified.
Okay, we can move on, but I wanted to provide a balance. I just feel like all of this is kind of like cheesy celebrities being like, mama, you know, and it's like, it could be boring.
Back to John Krasinski and Emily Blunt.
No, I don't want to.
Be
They're
rude.
too
Do
famous.
they like each other?
Don't start. But they're too famous for us to cover. We don't have to cover their dark marriage, you know,
I was on
even if you feel that it's dark.
I was on People trying to figure out other Mother's Day posts that were being discussed in the press. And the headline, the top story on People was, rare animal at Disney's Animal Kingdom gives birth in time to celebrate Mother's Day. It's an addict's calf. People loves dropping in these human interest stories. They had like a million stories about those bees in the wall a few days ago. Remember that? When the bees were in the wall? I was like,
you know what we should do one day, maybe for like an upcoming show, we should do like a breakdown of all the not celebrity news stories on People, like as a tribute to People. Like the other things that People post are just so funny to me. Like their general interest cracks me up in every way.
The top two stories right now, currently, on Mother's Day are Meghan Markle wows insane yellow dress she wore for Archie's first birthday at reception in Nigeria. And the next story is, woman learns she's expecting perfect rainbow baby, then finds out she has breast cancer. Exclusive. It's just
exclusive.
It's like, oh, you thought we were going to be all good news today? This woman has cancer.
In the don't miss section, number 1 is Hoda Kotb reveals what her daughters Haley and Hope gave her for Mother's Day. Quote, lucky me. Number 2, Suzanne Morphew vanished on Mother's Day in 2020 inside the twists and turns of the homicide case.
It's just awful.
Divas, like, can you let us live?
What we're talking about, the rare animal that I mentioned that gave birth on Mother's Day, and also Pierce Brosnan's Bond girls. Where are they now? Really, you can do everything on people.com.
This is incredible. No, we should do a taxonomy of the kind of the not celebrity People coverage, because I do feel like they're doing it like none other.
They've always done this since People was just print.
I know.
But it is funny
It's
that like
true.
a lot of them, like Us Weekly doesn't really do human interest. They do a lot of Spawn. They do a lot of like affiliate marketing, as does People. But People really is, People's the place to go when you want the entire experience of humanity.
Did you see? This is not funny, but you gotta laugh. Groom who made the dress go viral. The dress, remember blue or gold?
Yeah.
The groom who made the dress go viral in 2015 admits he tried to strangle his wife.
So awful. I mean, move your eyes slightly to the right and read, teacher loved her son more than anything. Now she's dead. Like, oh my God.
Stop. Okay, we have to move on.
How to be famous. Hey friends, I'm Sharon McMahon, host of Here's Where It Gets Interesting. Each week I speak with authors, experts, and thought leaders on everything from American history and democracy to how to be a better person on the internet. And don't miss my extremely popular docuseries, which educate you on things you never learned in history class. Follow and listen to Here's Where It Gets Interesting on the free Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts. How to be famous.
Okay, everyone's talking about how RFK Jr. had a worm in his brain, but we are not talking about that. What are we talking about?
We're talking about Chris Olsen having ringworm on his face and crotch.
I have ringworm on my face, and I actually am pretty sure I know exactly how I got it, so let me tell you. I also just want to be clear because I think there's a big misconception on what ringworm is. It is not actually a worm. Ringworm is a fungal infection of the skin, which is also technically like a yeast infection. And you can get it multiple different ways. A lot of people are commenting that like cats have it a lot and you can get it if you pet a cat that has one. and then touch your face, but that's not how I got it. Also, it's not something that needs to be very stigmatized. You don't have to run away from someone if they have it, especially if they're treating it with some medicated cream.
Chris Olsen, aka Meghan Trainor's best friend, that's a job.
TikTok
he
creator,
literally
yeah.
gets a W-9 for that. And I still am embarrassed to this day that we were fooled by them thinking they were old friends when he's literally a plant in her life. And now it's just like her +1.
They are real friends though. Like
no, but they're not old friends. Right. They tried to convince us that they were like, we go all the way back. And it's like, you absolutely don't. But I do find it amusing that Meghan Trainor, the #1 most married woman, like, oh, I love my husband, married woman, was like,
there's no straighter, more married woman than Meghan Trainor.
Right. She said, I gotta add a gay guy to the roster. Can we find me a gay guy to add to like my team? And they said, have you met Chris Olsen? And she's like, great, we'll do it.
They really did. She was consulted by her or consulted with her manager, and they were like, we got to add in some new letters to your alphabet, Meghan. you got to find someone new.
Her alphabet team, exactly. No, they really said, you talk way too much about how much you love having sex with your husband. You absolutely need to add a gay guy to this like topic thing the topics.
We got to teach you what poppers are, Meghan.
Oh my God. Chris Olsen is clearing the air about his ringworm diagnosis. The TikToker detailed how he recently got the contagious fungal disease on his face, clarifying that ringworm's not actually a worm, but a skin condition that he likely contracted through using unsanitary equipment at the local gym. Nothing more gay guy than getting ringworm at the gym. Quote, when I go to a gym, I shower there because I get so sweaty, he began. Okay, yes, we all do. I've occasionally tried out a new gym, and I want to preface that this is not the gym's fault, but they do not have showers there. Oh, ew. During one particular workout, Chris believes he touched a surface that had not been wiped down properly. Oh my God. And it previously came into contact with someone suffering from a fungal disease. Through his usual post-workout shower would have reduced his risk of infection. The 26-year-old instead took his sweet time, rinsing off his sweat, choosing to use a gym sauna first before going home to bathe. Because I'm a very sweaty person, it was very easily able to get onto my body, said of the fungus. Did he do this in a whole thing?
He said of the fungus? It's a video.
Then I literally went to the sauna and gave it to the perfect environment to really soak it in. Days later, Chris said he broke out in rashes down there before it eventually spread to his face. I very soon realized something was wrong. I went to the dermatologist. She confirmed what it was. I got some antifungal wash, an antifungal cream, and some yeast infection pills.
I'm gonna embrace it. You know, skin can be a point of insecurity for a lot of us, and I'm just here to show that it's not that big of a deal, and I can still feel good and look good even if I have literal ringworm on my face. I'm not gonna let that stop me from living my life and having fun. And as long as I'm treating it correctly, I'm not passing it on to other people. So that's my story. And hopefully she goes away soon, because while I'm embracing her, I don't love her that much.
I want to talk about Jack Schlossberg potentially getting a ringworm by walking around the grocery store without shoes on.
Okay.
And that's really all there is to say about it. I think I've talked about it enough. He posed with some Cheerios boxes, barefoot in the store.
Floor. Why is he barefoot in the store?
Because he's...
Why is he showing feet like this?
Because he's a Bouvier.
God, it really is giving Bouvier. It really is. This is not the Kennedy gene. This is pure Bouvier energy.
This is Bouvier going hog wild in someone's body.
Don't want to really be talking about this family.
No.
We're moving on. But this TMZ investigation, this TMZ link cracked me up. I'm sorry. I had to share it. Barron Trump, deep voice caught on video. Mystery solved. And it's like, what's the mystery? Literally, we've never heard the boy speak ever in public.
Never.
He's never been captured. But finally, TMZ caught the boy, the tall Trump boy.
The very tall boy.
Speaking.
And they had to post it.
And they said, we got him. Now we can hear his voice. The booming baritone of the teen, who, by the way, stands around 6'7". 6'7" is tall.
It is tall. Very tall.
Like, he's taller than you.
No, he's taller than me. Barron, looking dapper in a suit, is heard saying to the man, quote, impressed with this, before shaking his hand. Barron then said something else, but his words were inaudible, although you can make out his deep voice.
Oh my God. Sick.
Okay, we don't have to talk about the Trumps again.
The sickness. Future Lindsay here. You literally can't hear anything in that clip. I'm sorry. I swear you can maybe when you watch it, but that clip is useless.
Beckham watch. There's a lot of Beckham stuff, but I guess it's not all that interesting. Cruz is still the most interesting Beckham to me.
Well, he was spotted with a new girl.
Yeah, Baby Ivy. She's a Norwegian singer.
BB Ivy.
BBY Ivy. BB Ivy.
Cruz Beckham suffers the same fate as his mother Victoria as he wears a medical boot while recovering from an injured foot during an outing with Norwegian singer Baby Ivy.
You got to play some of Baby Ivy's music. It's not bad.
Okay, so Cruz Beckham, but he is a musician.
Mm-hmm.
They're about to launch his career, so that's why he needs to hook up with another musician so he can be in a superstar relationship.
Mm-hmm. I put this in here because it reminded me of another headline that I loved from the weekend, which is, okay, here's why Brooklyn Peltz Beckham went to the 2024 Met Gala without wife Nicholas Peltz Beckham. She was with her grandmother.
I think we talked about that.
Yeah.
Did we? No.
Maybe
Okay.
we briefly mentioned it. But it reminded me of a headline I saw on Sunday that said, on Just Jared, Selena Gomez skips Met Gala 2024. Reason why? Revealed. And the reason is, I'm going to read the whole story on Just Jared. It's 3 paragraphs. Selena Gomez was not in attendance at the 2024 Met Gala, and there's a reason why. The 31-year-old Lose You to Love Me singer has attended the gala many times in the past, but was not present at the event earlier this month in New York City. According to a new report, it's because Selena was busy working. She was at work.
The reason?
She was
That's
at
the
work.
reason why?
Well, the source told People she's, quote, juggling new music, her rare beauty empire, and filming Only Murders in the Building. She was working.
I don't need a reason. That's fine. Why Brooklyn Beckham went to the Met by himself? That's kind of fucking crazy. That's crazy of him. Like why?
Why did he go at all?
Why?
I mean, I know why he went, but
He's maybe trying to do fashion again. I don't know. I have no idea. I don't care. Whatever. Brooklyn Beckham. He didn't look good. He wore white. Moving on.
You love Emily Prescott.
No, I don't. I don't love. I have talked about Emily Prescott twice in one
week, I think.
Short period of time, but she's just the gossip columnist at the Daily Mail who is kind of introducing interesting stories to our life right now. Like she brought up this posse of celebrities that went on a Save the Tigers trip, and I just found out it opened a wormhole to a ringworm hole to like a whole other to like a whole other group of celebrities that I didn't know about. Like, do you know about Jamie Winstone? Do you know about
Lady Lola Bute?
Lola Bute and her 25th birthday party? I don't think so. So this headline: posse of celebrities, including Poppy Delevingne, Lila Moss, head to Singapore and Malaysia to save the tigers for a charity on a 4,000-pound train to stay at a 5-star resort and 1,000-pound a night hotel. So they went on this train, this like trip you can go on, this curated trip where you like, quote, save tigers. I don't understand how we're saving them, but apparently there is a reason. I went to the website. It's like, you're supporting tiger conservation. In collaboration with Save Wild Tigers, this enthralling adventure takes you from Singapore up through the peninsula's lush jungles where you blah, blah, blah. So you can pay to do this.
Mm-hmm.
And they are clearly doing spawn for it. And they stayed in really nice hotels and were like on this train. And then you kind of read what the details were and you find out that this actress, Jamie Winstone,
Nepo
organized
baby.
the trip. Right. She's a Nepo baby. Her father is
Ray Winstone.
named Ray Winstone. Did you know who Ray Winstone was when you saw that name?
Oh yeah, he's famous.
So he is a thing,
right? I'm talking to you and the listeners. If you're hearing that name and saying, I don't know who that is, and you looked up the photo of Ray Winstone, you would go, oh, it's that guy. He loves playing like a tough guy.
Do you know me?
No.
Well, I'm the guy that tells you there are guys you can hit, and there's guys you can't. Now, that's not quite a guy you can't hit, but it's almost a guy you can't hit. So I'm gonna make a fucking ruling on this right now. You don't fucking hit him. You understand?
Yeah, excellent. Fine.
I fucking know you. I know your family. You make one more drug deal with that idiot fucking cop magnet of a cousin of yours, and I'll forget your grandmother was so nice to me. I'll cut your fucking nuts off.
He's always like right now he's in The Gentleman. I guess he like got in a fight with what's his face, the director, and then like made up with him, and now he's in The Gentleman, that movie that like the long name. That
the
sexy,
Guy Ritchie movie. Yeah.
With sexy, what's his face?
Henry
With
Cavill.
sexy Cavill in there. Okay.
Father to be Henry Cavill.
Okay, don't bring up why he's not sexy. Let's just dwell on him being sexy in this movie for the last time ever. Okay. But so did you know that Ray Winstone's daughter Jamie is a socialite?
I didn't know that until this story.
Okay.
And she's been covered before, but I missed it.
This article reveals that they got to watch a, quote, 5-minute film about the big cat starring Jamie's dad, actor Ray. And I'm like, oh, that's why she organized this trip. So they were like, oh, like, we're going to have, like, her father was, like, hired to, like, do this video. And then that's like, oh, your daughter should bring her, like, influencer friends on the trip and then, like, promote it.
Mm-hmm.
So people will come spend money on this.
Yeah.
Right? So she brought, of course, Lila Moss, who is Kate Moss's sister, not daughter. Or daughter? Sister? Daughter? Sister?
Lila?
Daughter.
Lila's the daughter.
The daughter. And Poppy Delevingne, who's Cara Delevingne's sister.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yes.
And they went on this luxury trip with also Lady Lola Bute. And Emily Prescott pointed out that this trip was so luxurious, but you know, these girls had just been only a few weeks ago celebrating at Lady Lola Bute's 25th birthday party. The debaucherous 25th birthday party that caused an extraordinary social media storm. I didn't see any social media about this.
It was the like Saltburn party. People were talking about it. They called it a Saltburn party. Yeah.
Because they played, but Saltburn party, they literally played Murder on the Dance Floor and were like, we're in Saltburn.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
It's like, did you not know that movie's about like everyone getting killed? Like everyone dies. Okay, whatever. Maybe
Not
they're
quite
they're
everyone.
being okay. Almost everyone.
Not quite everyone.
All the people at this party would die. Me, if I attended, I would live.
What I wondered, because I'd never heard of this Lady Lola Bute before, and it really could have gone both ways. Either way, I was like, is her first name Lady, or is she a lady? But she is a lady. She's a lady. She's aristocrat.
Right. Her father is John Crichton Stewart, the 7th Marquess of Bute.
Marquess.
Are you sure?
John Callum Crichton Stewart, 7th Marquess of Bute.
He's also known as the racing driver Johnny Dumfries.
Mm-hmm. He drives cars. He did
dead.
Le Mans. Drove. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And in 1984, he married Carolyn Waddle. They were divorced, but they had 3 children: Lady Caroline, Lady Kathleen, John Bryson, and then he married his second wife and had Lady Lola. Her name is Lady Lola Africa Crichton Stewart, in case you're wondering.
Double F Africa,
whatever
Lady
that
Lola
means.
Africa
Unclear.
Crichton Stewart.
So she did have a 25th birthday party, and everybody was there, including Sienna Miller, Princess Olympia of Greece, Charlotte Tilbury, Poppy Delevingne, who was on the Tiger trip, and then like people that I've never heard of, like Jack Guinness, flamboyant model and writer Jack Guinness, author of the Queer Bible and scion of the Brewing family. Oh, okay, love that.
Yeah. Of course,
Ella
these people
Richards,
are friends with each other.
the granddaughter of the Rolling Stones guitarist Keith Richards. I just didn't know that Ray Winstone's daughter was like a socialite.
And Ray Winstone looks cool as hell walking her down the aisle. He's in like a
he looks
purple linen suit, untucked shirt.
He is giving Tony Soprano.
He's giving Tony
made
Soprano.
it.
Yeah, he's giving like, this guy will kill you, but he'll be a good time before he does it. It's very like on the wedding day of my daughter, you can ask Ray Winstone for a favor. You know, like it's.
And who did she marry? She married someone equally, equally something.
She married
Jamie Suckling.
Jamie Suckling.
James Suckling.
Jamie
Oh,
Suckling.
she's Jamie and he's Jamie Suckling.
James Suckling. James. No, he's a wine critic.
Vivienne Westwood changed my life forever, says Jamie Winstone, who'd walked the trailblazing designer's runway as a teenager. I'd been obsessed with her since I was a child, her hair, blah, blah. I was about 19 when she asked me to walk on her show, blah, 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 blah. And Vivienne really applauded that. It's why years later, when her partner James Suckling proposed in a teepee filled with flowers during the summer at Glastonbury, Jamie knew that instantly she would wear Westwood on their wedding day.
My favorite fact about Jamie Winstone that you haven't mentioned yet is that she used to date none other than Alfie Allen. Lily Allen's brother. / actor who was in Game of Thrones. Yeah.
Oh, incredible.
Yeah. Very
That's
scary
crazy.
in Game of Thrones.
They're both young, beautiful, ridiculously talented, and part of British showbiz dynasties. No wonder Jamie Winston and Alfie Allen make such a good match. Ray Winston's daughter and Lily Allen's brother are the hottest couple on London's party scene, and 2008 looks set to be the year they step out of their famous family's shadows. Alfie's about to star in the touring stage production of Equus, and Jamie's got a new kung fu movie coming out soon called Fu Action. Coincidentally, her dad's in the new Indiana Jones films.
Every single person that she comes into contact with is the brother or son or daughter of someone.
Of someone famous and British. Yeah. When you are that rich and you're like a lady, your entire social circle is planned for you at birth.
Right. People's brothers and sons and daughters and sisters.
I want to be famous. I want to be famous.
Let's move on to relationships. We have big news. I'm sure if you're listening to this, you've heard the news, but we have to talk about it anyway. We know Nicholas Galitzine's alphabet. He told us. And his alphabet is S.
S for what?
He's straight.
Oh. S for what?
S for straight.
There's a reason why that S is not in the lineup. No one cares.
It's a really swishy letter too. So it's sad that a swishy letter like S stands for something as boring as straight. No offense. It's a swishy letter.
All right. We knew in our heart of hearts that Nicholas Galitzine, that we knew his alphabet is what I'm saying. We knew it was
I guess,
S.
and I was right. He told Variety,
we knew.
I identify as a straight man.
We were wrong about Taylor Zucker Perez.
I know. I have been part of some incredible queer stories. I felt a sense of uncertainty sometimes about whether I'm taking up someone's space, and perhaps guilt. At the same time, I see these characters as not solely their sexuality. Also, at the same time, I got paid well, like, why not?
Literally a day after he gave this interview, after he gave this interview, they announced the sequel to Red, White, and Royal Blue. So he said, yes, I'm straight. Yes, I play gay. And yes, I will continue to play gay on screen.
No offense to Amazon right now, but they really phoned in this teaser poster. Fancy another slice? And then it's like a Brit flag and an American flag, Getty image of a 2.
Bobby, it's not written. It's not cast.
No, I know, but I could make a better poster than that.
What would you make a poster of?
I'd just make a better...
I think I would do it like a bedside table, just like with poppers and lube. And I'd be like, you wanted more? ? Red, White, and Royal Blue, and a
framed photo of Queen Elizabeth and a framed photo of Donald Trump. No, it would be.
And there's
Uma Thurman.
Oh my God, it's a framed photo of Queen Elizabeth, but there's cum splash across it.
Yeah,
the frame.
Here you go, Amazon. Here you go, Mr. Bezos. It's a cum splattered photo of Queen Elizabeth and a bottle of poppers, and it says, "Fancy another slice."
Fancy another. Well, you'd have to the cake. You can't. Doesn't make sense if there's not a cake.
Fancy round 2.
Fancy another go.
Fancy another go. Have we passed the refractory period?
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, you said cum splattered photo of Queen Elizabeth. I can say refractory period. I'm allowed. Once you broke the cum dam, all bets are off.
Don't say cum dam.
Sorry, I'm thinking about the apes. There's a dam scene in Apes. It's top of mind.
Stop. They should have a poster that just says, we broke the cum dam, or breaking the cum dam. Coming soon. And the M's are fucking each other. How? I don't know. But you could figure that out if you were a graphic designer.
There are plenty of designers that can make those M's fuck each other. Absolutely.
They're just mounting ones on top.
Bored graphic designers just waiting for something as exciting as make the M's fuck each other for the poster for Red, White, and Royal Blue 2. I hear it's going to be unsimulated sex. Oh my God.
Okay, listen, I liked the first one. I support this.
I know you did. Let's move on. How do we move on from poppers and cum splattered
Vanessa
Queen
Feltz, 62, splits with Tinder's most liked man, Stefan Pierre Tomlin, 33, after a slew of intimate dates.
This guy gets so much press.
For nothing.
Stefan Pierre Tomlin.
For nothing. What even is this?
Well, because he's been dining out in 2017 we're approaching 10 years ago. He was the most swiped person on Tinder.
Man.
And I was wondering, well, who said that? Tinder
world?
said that. Tinder released the data that he was the most swiped man on Tinder at the time.
Okay, and then he dated Vanessa Feltz, who's like a 62-year-old like presenter on
He's
like
dated a lot
Loud
of people. He's
Loose
dated
Women
a lot
or whatever.
Of people, like vague
right,
British
because he's like kind of just like wanting to get attention. Right?
But Vanessa Feltz, his relationship with her, I think, was more rumored than anything, but now they've confirmed to be split.
Right.
And this just got attention because she is like twice his age. She's a TV presenter, and I believe she was, you're right, it wasn't Loose Women, she was on the show The Big Breakfast.
But clearly he's doing that. I mean, we shouldn't even give this breath.
Yes. I mean, the main thing was she was married to a guy for a really long time who was her age. They split up last year, and now she was allegedly dating a young guy who was most famous for being the most swiped guy on Tinder. Every once in a while, he'll just like pop up and give an interview about like being the most swiped guy on Tinder, but he doesn't really do much. He's a model. Okay.
This online love guru is leveling up his game. A British model who calls himself the most swiped right man on Tinder. Wow, that is quite a statement. Well, he's using AI technology to help his clients now find love.
Okay. In the past, girls use Instagram with filters on and stuff like that, and you know that's designed to attract a certain demographic. So with my technology, we're attracting the girl to the man using AI tweaks. We can basically turn a man from zero to hero.
The Olympics content has already begun. Harry Garside admits he's very nervous ahead of his challenge to abstain from sex for 85 days as he focuses on winning gold at Paris Olympics. Did no one tell him that at the Olympics all they do is fuck each other?
He's been before.
So
and he's like, I'm not going to fuck.
What's he so worried about? All they do is fuck there. They have a huge problem with this.
His framed photo of Queen Elizabeth, clean. Absolutely spotless.
Not for long. Not for long.
He says that if he doesn't have sex or masturbate, that he performs better. So he's like, I'm gonna abstain from all sex for like 3 months, and I'm gonna win the gold.
Okay.
It's giving Reddit.
Tomorrow is a day I cut out shooting my shot, if you get what I'm saying. Then it's the sweat emoji. Until post-Olympics. I did from the start of June in 2021 and got bronze. So need to do something to do more to win. And it's just him like with a sad face. Who is this guy? I can't wait to know people who are in the Olympics.
He's a boxer, but he's also like, big surprise, a boxer's like kind of violent. So when you Google him and you get all sorts of unpleasant headlines about his personal life because he has been accused of assault. He's beaten people up.
Hate him.
He's sort of a shitty seeming guy.
Okay, well, fuck him.
Yeah. But, he has a very clean photo of Queen Elizabeth on his nightstand. So that's a plus. I love the TMZ headline for this story, which is Jon Bon Jovi's son got married in Vegas, ... And no, not that one.
Right, because when I saw this, I said,
Is it Mrs. Millie now? No, it's not Mrs. Millie. They're not married yet.
Don't you dare say Mrs. Millie.
Mrs. Millie.
Mrs. Millie. Is it Mrs. Millie now?
Mrs. Millie. No, we're not talking about...
She's Mrs. Jovi. Bon Jovi? Mrs. Bon Jovi.
We're talking about Jesse Bon Jovi, who is the older son of Jon Bon Jovi, who is not dating anyone from Stranger Things. He did just get married, however, in Vegas to someone named Jesse Light.
I love. They're like, not that one.
And TMZ has no idea whether or not Jon Bon Jovi was there. I'm assuming he wasn't there.
He wasn't at his own son's wedding.
Because I feel like if he were there, we would have seen a photo about it.
He was at his own son's
TMZ says we don't know.
That's not where we can make an assumption.
I just feel like I would have seen a photo of him at this wedding. Or TMZ would have gotten the tea, so
I'm just like, all the assumptions we're making in the media, that's when we're not making that his own father was at his wedding?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Also, in case you couldn't tell or didn't notice, both of their names are Jesse. It's like
bride and the groom.
It's like Taylor Lautner.
Jamie and
so they're both Jesse.
Giving James and Jamie.
Yeah.
God, you have to change your name if that's
Jesse Bon Jovi. Jesse Light.
I don't like it.
If you married a Bon Jovi, would you take the name or would you say Weber? Do you like that name?
Well, it's my professional name.
Jesse Light is a good name.
She's going to keep her professional name because she's an actress with a professional name. Would I change my name because it's hilarious? Yeah, I would, because it's hilarious. So I could be Lindsay Bon Jovi, and people be like, the Bon Jovi? And I'd be like, yeah, bitch. And I'd be like, I'm taking Bon Jovi, the original.
I want to talk a little bit more about Jesse Bon Jovi, though, because
Why?
Jake Bon Jovi is a like model, actor, musician, sort of, right? Jesse Bon Jovi.
He's not
really
really doing anything.
Things.
But
He's not really any of those things.
He's not. No offense, but he's like kind of not doing.
He's giving Brooklyn Beckham, and at the moment they get married,
Right.
he's going to be like,
Yes.
I'm going to clean the house, I'm going to raise the babies, I'm going to do everything. Jesse Bon Jovi is an entrepreneur, much like his father, who started a pasta company. He started a company called Hampton Water, which is a rosé
Don't
brand.
just say, I remember this. No, we talked about this.
Did we? It seems like something we would have talked about, but I didn't remember when we talked about it. Hampton Water is such a disgusting name.
It's disgusting. It's really gross. And I love New York water. And I think they have the same source we do. Maybe they don't. I don't know what their source is. But it's not water. It's wine. It's like
wine.
rosé.
It's wine. Hampton Water. Born in France,
Yeah, it's gross.
raised in the Hamptons. And then there's a photo of
Yeah.
him on the beach with his father. Because if your father's Jon Bon Jovi, you got to use it. You got to use that mug. You got to put it on everything.
This is Hampton Water. What's Hampton Water? Funny you should ask. Well, it all starts with me. Hi, I'm Jesse. And this is my dad, John. Growing up at the Bon Jovi house, it was as fun as you would imagine. And when my dad wasn't on the road, making music, or hanging with us, he'd be known to enjoy a glass of pink juice. Pink juice? You know, pink juice. And one warm summer night in the Hamptons, I put my arm around my dad and said, it's not pink juice anymore, it's Hampton Water.
This is big for people who watch Housewives. Dorit and Paul Kemsley. Dorit Kemsley and Paul Kemsley are breaking up. I feel like this is kind of a long time coming.
Tell me why I should care about Dorit and Paul.
Well, if you watch Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, you would care about this couple because Dorit is a big star. She's been in denial that her and her husband have a problem and very much protested it the entire season. And now they're getting a separation. It's like boring, but it's just more like, it's just proof that you should never listen or believe what anyone says on reality TV because they're all liars, you know?
She wrote, we as a couple have been, it's white on black text, posted on the grid. We as a couple have been subject to a lot of speculation about our marriage. We have had our struggles over the past few years and continue to work through them as two people who love each other and share two amazing children together. To safeguard our deep friendship and maintain a harmonious environment for our children, we have made the mutual and difficult decision to take some time apart and reevaluate our relationship while we prioritize our children.
Right.
We appreciate your love and support while we continue to do the work necessary throughout this journey. With love, Dorit and PK. People are too verbose.
Literally cut to a clip of her being like, we're stronger than ever. You know what I mean? Like just the rumors aren't true or whatever.
Well, Dorit, now that you're here, what can you tell us about all the rumors about you and PK? Because we're very, well...
I'm so glad. I'm so glad.
Well, no,
right
I mean...
into it.
Oh, I want to because...
No, I'm glad.
Yeah.
Because it's so funny. I get asked that all the time. Yet we put out a joint statement immediately. It's almost as if like we haven't mentioned anything.
Okay.
So the rumors are not true.
Okay.
We're not separated. We're not getting divorced.
Okay.
Aw, that's very sweet. We were very open this season. It's been a challenging couple of years personally, and it took a toll on my marriage, and we're working through it, and all good.
His best friend is Boy George. He's like a rich guy, British rich guy,
okay.
and she's kind of like a fashion.
I don't know much about Dorit, actually. I don't know much about Dorit.
They just were like they were robbed. That was like a big plot on this.
But they've been
and it was,
married for like
her
10 years.
PTSD.
So they've been married through most of her
long time.
Real Housewives tenure.
Dorit, I'll get you a Birkin if you jump.
A Birkin? Now you've just upped the stakes. You want to lose those diamonds when you jump?
That offer is expiring in a minute.
Say Birkin in just about any situation, and you're probably going to get me to do just about anything.
Okay, let's move on to Stapp. There's a name I haven't heard in years. The lead singer of the band Creed, best known for what?
With
Higher,
arms
with
wide
arms wide
open.
open. The sort of like
part
part of that wave of like secret Christian pop from the early 2000s, where it's like
I still think they're quite popular. I think I saw some clips randomly that were like
they tour all the time.
Still got it.
They tour all the time. Scott Stapp, 50, splits from wife Jacqueline, 43. Former beauty queen files for divorce for third time after nearly 20 years of marriage. They've been together since the early 2000s and just split. And this is getting so much coverage, and it made me realize, wow, people still really care about Creed. Whether they like it or not, whether they want to or not. Creed still has its paws in American culture.
And still huge in karaoke culture.
They are.
If you've ever been. Okay, so this is her third divorce or something? Who cares? She's like a beauty queen?
She's a beauty queen, and she actually works for a beauty pageant. So I went to Us Weekly. They did 5 things to know amid their divorce. 1, What does she do for a living? She's the state director of the Miss Florida USA and Miss Florida Teen USA pageant. Number 2, I love this language. She's a proponent of philanthropy. They don't call her a philanthropist, even though arguably based on the description, she is a philanthropist. They instead refer to her as a proponent of philanthropy. They met at a gala for muscular dystrophy. So they met doing charity work. She's written a children's book called Wacky Jackie. She believes in clean beauty values because at one point, she told the publication, The Nashville Edit, hydration is important for the body and especially the face. I'm a big believer in beauty sleep. Cleanse your face each night, avoid the sun, wear sunblock, and be happy. And finally, she's relying on her faith amid the divorce, because she wrote on Twitter that she's relying on her faith amid the divorce.
Creed was not a Christian band. The guys, in fact, when the press started noticing that there was some religious and Christian themes in our music, the guys were like in shock. Like, what are you writing about, man? Like, what is this? Well, this is not what we signed up for. And I get it, man. It wasn't part of their rock and roll dream.
Oh, they were like, we don't want to be in a Christian band.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And to be honest with you, I didn't either, because at the time, that's not the life that I felt that I could live, nor did I want to.
Jaleel White got married to a tech exec that he met while on the track. They were running, and he met a girlie named Nicoletta Rule. And he went dressed as Stefan, not Steve. Well, that's the gag about Jaleel White. He's actually very handsome. So every time he
the gag about Jaleel White is to get him to keep doing Urquelle for 1,000 years after he probably wanted to. They said, we'll let you do Stefan and be sexy, and you can be like, this is the real me.
You get to be sexy once a season.
We're going to invent technology in the show where you can be sexy. Stefan was sexy.
Stefan was sexy, but all it was like they put a new outfit on him. Like he didn't need a technological. He didn't need like technological magic to like become hot.
Okay, so Stefan married Nicoletta Rule on May 4th in a stunning outdoor wedding.
Yeah, they got the People exclusive.
Yeah, she's a tech exec because she invented the technology to turn Urquelle into Stefan.
To turn Steve into Stefan. No, she's the head of business development. I went to her LinkedIn. Like he married a LinkedIn girlie. Like she's not famous. He's the famous one.
Okay.
But because
That's
of
nice.
him, they got really nice people photos. But she's the head of business development at a company called Status Pro. She went to Yale. I thought was kind of interesting is that, you know, people, all of these publications, they love giving everyone's ages. Like, if you're a couple, we need to know how old you are. This girlie, they did their work. They don't know how the fuck old she is. And even though they gave people an exclusive, part of the exclusive was not her age, because they mentioned his name a couple of times, and they do not mention her age once. I did, after digging through her LinkedIn, based on when she graduated from college, I'm going to assume
like, I could figure out
I'm
her
going
age.
to assume she's about 40 or 41.
Well, she's gonna sue you like Rebel Wilson if you say her name like that.
I know.
You better say allegedly. You better say allegedly.
I'm assuming.
Say allegedly now.
Allegedly, she's 41, and that's alleged by me. In addition to this being a wedding spread, an exclusive wedding spread, it also reminded me that he has a memoir coming out this year called "Growing Up Urquelle." Because he started.
Oh, he does.
He does. So he had a really good. You talked about this in your presentation at our live
Growing
show.
Up Urquelle.
Your celebrity podcast, TED Talk that you would do.
Segment. Yeah, he is involved in that because he was interviewed by Brian Austin Green.
Well, Brian Austin Green interviewed Brian Austin Green. So
yes,
Jaleel
on
White,
his short-lived podcast that had 6 episodes.
And the thing is, his podcast was really good.
Was it?
So I kind of like what I listened to was good, and I liked
the sound was bad.
The sound was bad.
But sure.
I liked the idea of the podcast. Jaleel White interviewing ex-child stars like about their experience.
Right. But he did run out and get bored. So
he was like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
But he did write a memoir. Growing Up Urquelle comes out in the fall. Cool. They're married. Love it. We have a divorce here. Split.
Divorce here. Alert.
Lizzie
divorce
McAlpine
here.
and Michael Hanano are broken up. She tweeted about it. Who is she?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, I thought you knew.
Oh, I do know. I do know. She sang the song, that song that went viral when people are running on TikTok. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where people are running. They're running on TikTok and you're following them with the camera and they sing the song, her song. And that's how she went viral and became a thing.
Hold on, let me play it. I don't know it. Ceilings, is it this?
But it's over. Then you're driving me home. And it kinda comes out as I get up to go. You kiss me in your car, and it feels like the start of a movie I've seen before.
know. I don't know the sound.
It's hard to just, these are visual memes. I can't really explain. So she became big on TikTok and then actually released like a pretty good, very kind of singer-songwriter album, and then kind of had like a little stand-up, and then had to kind of like defend against, like, basically because stands are so messed up, she had to kind of like figure out her personal life publicly or something. I don't know.
And he's not really famous. Based on what I can tell, he's not very famous, but she is. Okay.
No. And like she's writing like sad songs about their breakup a bit, but also tweeting like, please leave him alone. Like, I'm a musician. I have to write songs about something, babes.
He's a normal guy. Don't harass him on Instagram. What I found kind of vaguely, remotely sort of interesting is that he did not go private. I feel like usually when this happens, the other person who's normal goes private. He hasn't gone private yet.
But she's in the Gracie Abrams school of kind of like those girls. Like she's, Gracie Abrams.
Sensi singer-songwriter girly.
Samia. Remember Samia? We talked about Samia, whose mom is, what's her face?
Let's move on to Gavin Rossdale and his Gwen Stefani lookalike singer-girlfriend Johanna X, 35, packing on the PDA in Mexico.
When I saw the headline, I said, okay, we must be exaggerating here, because remember Gwen Singer? Remember when he dated a girl named Gwen Singer?
I loved Gwen Singer. That was the origin of Lindsay Podcaster.
Well, also Gwen Singer was before Espresso. I'm working late and I'm a singer. Gwen Singer was the singer who was like, my job, my name, and my job. Like Sabrina Singer would be what we call Sabrina Carpenter, who's not a carpenter. She's a singer. Anyways. When I saw this headline, I said, there's no way that she could look like, they're exaggerating. She doesn't look just like,
but they're not
lookalike.
They're not exaggerating. She doesn't look just like her, but they look alike.
The styling is so specific, though.
It almost seems like a joke.
It almost seems like a impersonator. Like he met a Gwen Stefani impersonator at the club and was like, date me.
And it was.
She's 35 too, and he's 58. So like she is like also significantly younger than him, and also Gwen Stefani, therefore she's doing like OG Gwen Stefani, like the bright red lips and the bright blonde hair and the curl and kind of the thin eyebrows.
It's mid-aughts Gwen
I mean, you could
Stefani.
argue that a lot of this is back in style, but the girl looks just like her.
It's true.
It's actually so crazy how much she looks like her.
Yeah. It's rare to see a headline like this and expect something and for the photos to deliver. And the photos deliver. So Hannah X.
You know the guy that sings at the celebrities? I hate this trend where he stands outside and then they come out and he sings a song at them and they're like, not you.
I hate that guy.
Okay. No, I know. I knew you did, but I saw one where it was good. Like I saw one where I was like, this is good. And it's because this happens. I'll text you the video to watch.
Okay.
I feel like this is the first funny one because he encounters Gavin Rossdale and he doesn't know who he is.
Here we go.
Oh, period. Harry, that's literally the guy from Bush. Oh. Listen, yes, Bush.
But he was caught, like, they're like, that's Gavin Rossdale from Bush. And he's like, oh, Bush, glycerine.
And he famously doesn't even say glycerin like that.
Must be your skin, I'm sinking in. Must be for real, 'cause now I can feel. I didn't mind, it's not my kind, it's not my time to wonder why. Everything gone white, everything's gray. Now you're here, now you're away. I don't want this, remember that. I'll never forget where you're at. Don't let the days go by. Glycerine.
What was she wearing? Where was she seen? She posted what on Instagram? She's the Who Queen. Tens of people want to know all about the number one Who. Lindsay, Bobby, tell us now. What's Rita Ora up to?
Who is this woman?
Rita's recovering from the Met. That's the main thing she's doing. She's talking
She
about
really
her.
is recovering.
She's talking about her
She's
hangover
recovering.
cure. She's hanging out by the pool. To recover from the Met after taking all those beads off. The most interesting and I think the funniest read a story from this week is courtesy of the Who Weekly Patreon Discord. Someone, Jay in the Patreon, was looking through, I don't know what's one of those casting sites that you use? I'm bad at it. I don't know what they're called. But someone in the Discord was looking at a casting site and saw a casting announcement for a Rita Ora music video that she's filming in May in a couple days. And the project name is Rita Ora Music Video. They're casting for a few roles, one of which is eccentric male model with long hair. Principal, 25 to 50. Man, any ethnic appearance. Non-union, it's a non-union job. $250 for 10 hours, which blew my mind, okay? That feels like that's not good compensation.
That's Rita.
But they want a long-haired dude with an eye patch using a toothbrush to scrub a giant red stain out of a shirt. We think it's blood till we see him sloppily dripping his fingers in a box of fries and chips with dripping ketchup. So it sounds like Rita Ora's got another winner coming down the pipeline.
Another win.
It says Rita Ora music video, and she's known to collab. So I feel like this is like, okay, this is like a solo thing. It's not just her and a random DJ from like, Latvia.
How do you know that though? It could always be a random DJ. You cannot count her out by that.
Rita Ora music video. Anyway, now she's in Tulum, and we can end the episode. Thank you for listening to the episode of Who Weekly. Keep calling in at 619-WHO-THEM to leave questions, comments, and concerns for our Friday show.
Gotta go relax.
Who's there? Gotta go to Tulum.
I gotta go to Tulum.
Thank you to Katie and Eric of the Who's for providing a Read It theme song on Tuesdays. Thank you to Timmy, our research and editorial assistant, for researching and editorializing. Support us on patreon.com/whoweekly for bonus episodes, Discord server, commentary tracks, and more. I think that's about it. Oh, pre-order my new novel, Four Squares, wherever you get your books. And we'll see you on Friday. Have a great week.
Bye.
You will dream it.
They wanna know. Hey. 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 Come on. Hey. I want to be famous.